Good morning, this is Jack from Johnson Markets, and this is the pre-market webinar for the morning of Tuesday, the 29th of April. By disclaimer, I do this for educational purposes only. I'm here to share my technical analysis with you. I hope you can take some of what I'm doing, learn from it, transfer it to your own charts. I'm not here to issue trading signals. Right. Okay, we've got a ES. We're still kind of moving sideways. We've still got a weak 60-minute sell signal fixed, and we've got one of those on NQ as well, and we've got a full sell signal on DAX and on ESTX. I am wondering if we're going to need a little more downside and more than we saw yesterday. So I have to say, I am slightly wondering about the higher targets. I'm really liking the higher targets. We don't have any decent flags here. But I'm watching, there's two other things which I'm watching here, which are ZV, which may well be failing down again here. And I showed you that nice flag on TNX yesterday, and CL, which has now formed and broken down from their head and shoulders. Now, these are two things which is kind of going up in sympathy with equities, so I am wondering. I don't think it is cooked yet. I think we've got some more upside coming, but I am just wondering about those two going down. Okay, so ES trading sideways at the moment, not reaching the trend line targets at the moment. NQ the same, RTY the same. And YM is making some progress here to the upside, made a little more yesterday, but still needs to make significantly more progress to go up. I do have this trend line marked in here. It's only a YM trend line, but it's not a bad looking trend line. It needs to get over this line here, and it hasn't managed that yet. DAX and STX still heading upwards, still both potentially heading up into retests of the highs. We will see how that goes. But I'm slightly concerned about 60-minute sell signals. I think they may need to play out. So we shall see. All right, let's have a look at the bigger picture charts. And on the bigger picture charts, we've got target up here is well, this target is rising, of course, so the longer we take to reach it, the higher it will be. I've got that currently at about the 56.60 area, so we need to go up 120 points to get there. Looking at Qs, possible RSI 14 sell signal brewing, that actually fixed on the 15-minute, so we've got a little bit of negative divergence there too. And again, that resistance trend line, I've got that up in about the 485 area at the moment, so we'd need to go up about 12. Dire, we've made a little higher high overnight, I think, here. So Dire's actually picking up a little. And slightly overperforming. We've still got a way to go here too. We'd need to go up about 10. All right, looking at the, we haven't got any negative divergence on the dailies, but it's this kind of situation where we could start building it up. So not so much on SPX actually, but certainly on the Qs, we could start building some up, and I think on IWM as well. So let's have a quick look at that. Okay, IWM. Yeah, we could set up some daily negative divergence here. I am wondering about that. We've broken over the declining resistance trend lines here. There isn't actually anything really apart from a lack of optimism preventing us from getting up into these trend line targets, but we've still got a way to go here. I'm not necessarily assuming we're going to make it, but I'm still liking those targets. On DAX, we've got nice move up here. We've got over this resistance here at broken support. And as I said, we are not far away from retesting the highs. ESTX may do the same as well. In the K, nice move up here. Looking for resistance either at the 50 DMA, which has almost been reached, or the 200 DMA at 38,000. All right, let's have a look at DX. Now, DX, we're still seeing this tracking sideways. This is a potential inverted head and shoulder neckline here, and if it breaks up, like it says, get to a target in about the 101.5 area. ZB, forming a potential level top here. It's not a bad one. If this breaks down, that could get us back down into the 114.04 area. We've got a very, very nice looking bull flag, which may be about to break up on TNX. So we may be about to reverse and go back down fairly hard on ZB. CL has broken down from the head and shoulders here, and that's got a target down in the 58.5 area. I'm kind of thinking that would be continuing on into at least a retest this low. We'll see. NG has finally seen some action to the upside. We've been really barely moving for days. I'm looking for a larger reversal here, and I'm wondering larger reversal pattern forming here, and I'm wondering about possible necklines here at 3.5, or if we're really going to go some up in 3.95 area. I've got declining resistance currently here in about the 3.65 area. I think we may be failing on the bigger picture here, but I think it certainly looks overdue for a rally. That's GC. GC, we're still on this head and shoulders here, and it's still broken down, and it's still not failed. So we're still in the inflection point here at the moment. This is forming like a bearish triangle, which would be continuing downwards when it breaks. SI. SI looks like a retest this high here. That could be setting up a small double top on Palladium. Palladium, this looks like a bear flag, and we've still got a head and shoulders which hasn't broken down yet. Sorry, it has broken down, but hasn't failed yet. So that's still got an ongoing target to the downside. Platinum, we have broken up. This could still be a double top, but it's looking a little stretched for it. The obvious next target is this declining resistance, currently in the 1015 area. Looking at HG. HG, we've broken up from this little flag, expecting to see a retest this high here. Again, that could be the second high of a double top. Not a lot to say on the currencies today. No really large, obvious patterns forming, apart from possible double top here on GBP. Do we have anything on USD/JPY? Could be an IHS forming. Both of these would be supportive of a further rally on dollar if we see them. All right, let's have a look at KC. KC has now reached this retest. So this long flag we saw painfully form and has now broken up and made the retest the high. I'm leaning towards this being the second high of a double top, just because coffee is immensely stretched by historical standards, and I would note we've now got a possible 60-minute sell signal brewing. So I'm leaning towards fail here. On sugar, this looks like a flag which is breaking down, and I think that so the next obvious target would be a target in the 17.35 area. On CC, we've got a double bottom which is broken up, so we're in the inflection point, seeing whether we're going to fail here or continue up into the target, which would be in about the 11,300 area. ZW, we retested the low here, and we've got a potential double bottom. I'm quite liking this as a double bottom to head back up here. Looks like a bull flag on corn. Not a great bull flag, but again, not a bad bull flag, and the bigger picture chart is suggesting higher. On soy, still hanging around up here. Not quite sure how it's managing that, to be honest, given that there's no negotiations with China, and an awful lot of this is going to China, and they're looking around for alternative sources that aren't America. So I don't know if these orders are coming back, even if the Chinese come to the table tomorrow. CT, we've got nice looking double top. That's now made target. Do we have any positive divergence? We have a little, but we could easily lose it. Don't have any really strong feelings from here. Nice looking double top and fail, but this could just be looking at a retracement, in which case we could be getting there, but we could be reaching that right now. Still got a potential level bottom on lumber, but my lean is lower. Live cattle is heading a bit higher here. We do actually have some negative divergence here, but it's not a lot, and we could lose that with a relatively small move up. Lean hogs, we've got a potential little level top here. We've still got an RSI 14 sell signal fixed on. Right, on soybean oil, 60-minute sell signal has reached the possible near miss target. No obvious topping pattern here. Lean hogs, has this wouldn't have broken down from the same head and shoulders that oil is now broken down from, but we do still have a head and shoulders here, and that may break down. We'll see how that goes. All right, great. I'm going to be putting some lines on this and working this up as a proper chart over the next few days. All right, great. Let's have a quick look at questions, of which we have none, but I've had no comments at all today, so I think we might be having an issue with the chat function. All right, I can see it. Brilliant. Thanks, Doug. Everyone take care. Looking at the ES charts, I'm still wondering whether we're going to need a bit of a retracement here, and I'm a bit concerned about bonds and CL potentially breaking down here, because both of those are in sympathy with equities at the moment. We shall see. All right, great. I'll catch you guys tomorrow morning.